Hey everybody, welcome back to the Old Bad Flick Show. I am your host, Alex Shoemaker. Thanks for joining us today. If it's your first time watching the show, let me give you a little rundown, a little breakdown of what's in store here. Is this past week I pulled 5 clips from some of the worst movies that I've seen, and I brought on some of my comedian friends to watch them, to discuss them. Maybe write like a college thesis on some of it. If they're up to it, that's totally fine. Or just joke about the clips. That's more our realm here. So yeah, it's going to be a fun show tonight. The clips are absolutely nuts. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, thank you. Feel free, if you're on Facebook, share, bring more people in. Just have a good time. You know, I've been watching a lot of the Fast and Furious, and I know those are about family. I also want to say that the Bad Flick Show is about family as well. So you're my family now. We're coming together here on this. But yeah, and then also with you watching the show at home, you can comment about the show. You can drop that in to the comment bank there. With if you're on YouTube or Twitch or Facebook. See, Shirley, hey friends, missed y'all. Hey Shirley, I missed you as well. But feel free, comment, react. Man, like I said, clips are nuts this week, so you're gonna have lots to talk about. Before we get started, I want to bring on our guests this week. We have Ruben, Wes, and Rina.
Hey.
Groovy. How's everybody doing today?
Good, ready to discuss this with the family, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, super groovy. Getting ready to watch some flicks.
Mm-hmm. I should have like a barbecue. I should have given everybody Coronas. We would have done like a whole Vin Diesel party, but
Yeah.
not enough time.
I didn't bring any crosses. Like, hold and be emotional about it.
Good stuff. And then we have Dana Bryant there, running the tech and showing your comments and everything, as well as joining in. She's hilarious, so you know she's great. And yeah, that's really all. That's all I got. Let's go and hop into this first clip. Look, dogs, they're a man's best friend. Unless they are genetically altered, then they can be very annoying. Like this dog in Lenny the underdog. Lenny the underdog.
But my food. Yes?
Oh, hi, sir. We're from the cable company.
The cable company?
Yes, sir. The cable company.
But I don't have a TV.
The gas company, sir. The gas company.
The gas company?
Gas?
Klaus!
Yes, sir. The gas company.
You just said you were from the cable company.
But, sir, you don't have a TV. Duh.
Wagner.
Wag who?
Arnold, we have intruders.
I have to get rid of everything.
Intruders, let me out.
Wagner can't see any of this. My experiments.
What are you waiting for?
Arnold, do something!
Give me my rocket launcher. I'll take care of this for you, Doctor.
All my hard work.
Oh, come on, I didn't eat yet.
The chip. God, the chip. I have to do something about the
Hey, this has nothing to do with me.
chip.
Let it up. Oh, I don't like the looks of this.
Good luck, Lenny.
Ouch! God, that really hurt.
You're the only one with a smart chip.
The what? I don't want to go. No, stop. Oh, you're try to find Razzle. And remember this, don't let Wagner get a hold of that chip.
Well, Hanky, I smell a gas leak. How about you?
Tell Dr. Wagner he will never find the chip.
Oh, see, Panky here has a pretty good nose. He can smell fear from miles away. Are you scared, Doc? Hand over the chip.
You'll never find the chip.
I'll ask for it one more time. The chip, Doc.
Never.
The chip, Doc.
Never.
Hand over the chip.
No.
Come on, hand over the chip.
No!
Hand over the chip.
Say please.
Please hand over the chip.
No!
But I said please.
No, you said please hand over the chip.
What's the difference?
Huge difference.
Panky, shake his arms wildly.
Oh, no.
No, you're hurting him. Stop. Panky, get the dog. Go.
Wow.
So he was smelling the collar at the end. Is he like gonna go find the dog based on his scent? Is this like a reverse?
It's like the reverse. Yeah, usually you give that to the dog to have them smell it, but like the buff guy is like has that scent.
Yeah. I
I
like
also
that he
like
had.
the fact that. Oh, I'm so sorry. That
No, go ahead.
you don't see the head of the big dude at all
Mm-hmm.
throughout the whole film, or at least the portion that we saw. So, like, anybody could have done that role.
He's just too
myself
tall.
could not have, because it would have just shown my head. But like,
I don't
oh,
know.
yeah.
I don't know if you guys noticed this about the big dude, but he tore the door off just with his arms. Like, he just pulled it off. Like, normally you would, like, kick it in, but he was just, like, so burly. He was just, like, by door, like that.
What I find interesting is the fact that no one has mentioned the fact that the dogs can speak yet. That's pretty much the whole point of this film, is that these dogs are genetically engineered, but even the panel found everything else more interesting than the plot of the film.
I found the dog talking to be more believable than the torture scene where he shakes his arms.
I absolutely love the, like, he's shooting the chip or whatever into the dog, and it's just that, like, computer animated, like, oh, this is the future, like DNA. This is how it's supposed to. I don't know how science works. I guess is that.
Yeah, they took.
Right.
I think they took a little. They took their suggestion from Jurassic Park. This is Dino DNA.
Right.
So they
Yeah.
decided to do it with like a little microchip instead. And I really like what Shirley was saying earlier. Implanting microchips inside vaccines before it was cool. Super true.
Now we all know how it works.
Yeah.
Right.
It was
Yeah, I mean, you guys all saw a little graphic when you got your shot.
I feel smarter, like, since then.
Yeah. I'm just surprised that this microchip isn't what caused the dog to talk. Like, the dog could already talk, and then he got a microchip to be valuable. I don't know.
Right. It's
I feel super bad, really, for the main actor because I've seen him in other things that are good.
Yeah, right.
And to see him fall so hard from Eureka to this, it's a little sad. Unless, of course, it was the opposite, and he went from this to Eureka, and then I feel super great for him.
No, I don't think anyone from this got hired again.
I thought that this clip was genuinely funny because, like, the moment where he was like, gas company, I thought you were from the cable company. And he goes, you don't have a TV.
the old switcheroo. Yeah.
Also,
I
what
don't
was he
know.
looking through?
Oh yeah. I'm assuming some house security pre-ring doorbell app
But
thing.
it's like a telescope with a wire. I've never seen that before in sci-fi or anything.
It was very groundbreaking, this movie.
Yeah, they were like, we want him to look through a telescope, but he's inside, so let's just do it anyway.
Right. Fun fact, the voice of the dog that gets the microchip, Lenny, Andy Richter from Conan O'Brien fame.
Oh. And was I mistaken, or did I hear a fake Arnold Schwarzenegger voice
That
on one of the dogs?
I definitely
For
heard
sure.
that.
Okay, so I was thinking to myself, like, it's just so out of
Right.
reach that they decide to do that. And I thought, well, why not go full hog and get like a Sylvester Stallone like voice as well? Like, hey, we got someone at the door now, or something, right?
Yeah, you've got Arnold Schwarzenegger dog voice, and then you've got buff strongman who smells collars and chases people. Maybe we missed the switcheroo, or that's Arnold Schwarzenegger in the dog now.
Man, yeah, you gotta watch it. I believe it's it's in its entirety on YouTube, so feel free.
Oh, thank you.
Good.
It'll answer some of your questions, but you might still have more questions after the movie for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Before
Alex, I'm wondering.
sorry. Go ahead.
I'm wondering how many of these movies do you watch in their entirety? Do you watch like a ton of these, just like the entire movie?
I usually, I skim through it at this point. Now that we're about a year in, I was making it a point to watch all of them, and then, man, it's tough. I will say of the movies this week, I'd seen one of the 5 for sure. At the end, it'll be a fun guessing game of which one that is.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, before we get to our next clip, I always like to do the question of the week. This week's question is: everybody has like a favorite movie franchise, and they put out a lot of good movies within those franchises, but they always seem to have at least one stinker in there. And so, this question is: from your favorite movie franchise, what's your least favorite movie within that franchise? Ruben, I'll let you go first.
Thank you, Alex. I think since you brought it up in the first place, let's talk about family real quick. And the Fast and the Furious franchise. That is probably one of my favorite movie franchises. It started off as a hate relationship back in the 2000s when it first came out, and then it turned into a blossoming, beautiful adoration of comic book genius. And so I would say that out of all those films, my least favorite, or the worst, is, I think objectively, no, Mike Lewis, I will not say that, because that's No, I actually really like Tokyo Drift, and I think it gets too much hate. I will say Too Fast, Too Furious. I hate it with a passion. I hate it so much.
That's fair.
And people like it because, it introduces Tyrese. And I'll tell you why I hate it. It's because it introduces Tyrese. So I have the opposite effect. Do not like him.
Yeah.
It also introduced 2 in the title in there being twice. That's pretty revolutionary.
To be honest, I think that's its only saving grace.
Good call. Good. Yeah. I think I'm in the same boat as well on that franchise. Wes, what about you?
Yeah, I found this question tough because my favorite movie series is Lord of the Rings, but that's really all one movie, so I don't count it. I was thinking, though, I feel like Back to the Future 3 always hit that spot for me when I was a kid watching those films, because the first one's this, funny thing that, stopped my parents from not having sex. And then it's what if the future was bad? And that's crazy. And then you're kind of hooked into the plot. You're what's going to happen? And then the third one, they're just what if I made a Western? What if I made a Western with this scientist guy and this kid? And we're not going to do any cool things. There's going to be no like hoverboards anymore. We're just going to do a Western because I like Westerns. And I don't know.
Sure. Yeah. It does kind of come out of left field for sure.
They do bring the hoverboard into the end of the movie on the train.
Oh, you're right. I haven't watched it enough,
true.
I guess.
Good call. Rina, what about you? Least favorite movie in your favorite movie franchise?
I was truly stumped by this question. I don't have a favorite movie franchise. I was thinking about like really bad movies. I used to watch a lot of those when I was like in high school, like Sharknado and like Sand Shark. I'm sure you've seen these, Alex.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But Birdemic was one of those movies that was like really bad, and it was actually filmed in my hometown. I grew up in Half Moon Bay, and it was filmed in my hometown. And it's the movie starts in a diner that I used to go to all the time with my family, like. And even though like I had all this recognition of like places I used to go all the time, like the movie was just so bad I never finished it. It was like, I'm just so bored. Like, I don't even care that I know all these places. I cannot finish this movie. So, that's what I chose.
It's pretty wild, for sure. Yeah, very, very low budget, maybe even no budget. I don't, I'm not sure, but yeah, the movie's...
There must have been some budget. I mean, like Half Moon Bay. I mean, the only thing they spent money on, I think, was to go to Half Moon Bay.
Right. It was like their excuse, yeah. Like spring break, we'll shoot a movie or whatever. Yeah. Good choices, all good choices. I always go with my favorite movie franchise is Rocky, and Rocky 5 is pretty rough. It's so rough that I would recommend, instead of watching that, ESPN did a documentary about the person Rocky's against in that movie, Tommy Gunn, and that's more interesting than Rocky 5. So check that out, but don't check out Rocky 5 for sure. But perfect. Well, we'll keep moving.
Who does he fight in Rocky 5?
It's this guy, like, his name's Tommy Gunn or something like that.
Okay.
And he's like an up-and-coming fighter, and they have like a street fight, not in a boxing ring, and like there's a Don King character that's involved as well, and it's not great.
He fights Soviet Russia in Part 4, so I just don't know.
Right. Where do you go from that? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just some random guy who...
the idea, though, that he's too old to fight in the ring. But he's old, he's fine enough to do a street fight.
Right. Yeah.
And he's like, no, Rock, we can't have you in the ring. He'll run circles around you. But what you can do is throw a trash can at him and fight him outside on the streets.
I guess it makes sense, yeah. Oh, perfect. Well, yeah, all solid choices there. I agree with everybody on their choices. But we'll keep it moving here with our next clip. I've always had like this kind of feeling like I want to go to parties in other decades, like the 1920s would be really great. Maybe even like 70s, things like that. This party, though, I don't know if I would want to go to it. I think it's like late 70s, early 80s. It's a clip from the movie Racket.
Now all you pretty people, get out on the floor. Party down to the disco sound. Shake the body, let it go. Shake your body, let it go. Party down to the disco sound. Shake your body, let it go. Oh, that body. Make you feel.
well. Who's here? It's your friend.
I thought you were home working on your figures.
Melissa, this is Bambi.
Didn't Walt Disney write a movie about you?
Colin. Hi, Arnold Moss. Melissa? I'm Bambi's agent.
Let's get out of here, Arnold.
You know what you need? A good spanking.
Is that all you ever think about? Sex? The straps and leather in the car?
Yeah. For information, that girl happens to be my roommate.
I can just take care of that.
So hard to do business in the disco.
Shake your booty, baby. We're doing our thing, baby. Just you and me. Well. Feel the heat, feel the beat. Come on, man. Shake your booty.
Wonderful.
What a party.
Wow.
I like how the only really weird thing about that disco hall is that there was a human for a disco ball.
Yeah, the club owner's like, we broke the disco ball. We're going to need somebody to step up.
Yeah, I was worried it was going to start moving or something.
Right.
I like to think that this movie is just 1 hour of people dancing and then 30 minutes of people talking in between the dancing. And they just say like 2 lines. They're like, "Oh, you're from you have a name named after a movie," ha 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 ha, and then 30 minutes of straight dancing.
Right. And I'm like at weddings and stuff like that when they have like the certain songs where it's like, hey, like we're gonna do this song that has like the slide to the right or whatever. Like I'm always terrible at that, and so like that type of song where like people are just kind of moving randomly at certain points. I'd be stick out like a sore thumb for sure. Am I go over here? Is it like here? Oh boy.
I personally, I'm normally very overstimulated at parties. I don't think I'd be able to function at a party like this. Like all of the lights and like that party seemed like so much.
For sure.
One light was like a black hole into the universe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, all the lasers, like, man, I'd probably get a seizure or something like that. Like, it's way too much.
I also like to imagine that like after like a 6-hour party night, the lights go down, and then all of a sudden, the disco man just like the disco ball just like straightens up. He like cracks his back, and then he goes home to his disco ball wife.
He's like, these people are so weird. They dance around me.
Yeah. I was like, same old. People were just dancing around me, I guess.
Oh man, absolutely. Like, and then man, like I could not see myself staying there like till morning. Like that's way too much. And he seemed like pretty refreshed leaving there too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see any cocaine, but there probably was cocaine involved. It has to be.
I know.
Type of environment.
I like how his business meeting goes poorly, and then he's just like, "Well, guess I'll dance all night."
Right. Oh man.
That woman was pretty easily offended too. Like the woman was just like, "Oh, your name's Bambi," like the movie, and she's like, "Fuck this," and walked out.
Not again. Oh man. Yeah, super nuts. Well, yeah, we'll keep it moving here with our next clip. Monsters They're weird. Okay, we've established that here on the show. This brings it to a new level or lower level. This is the trailer for The Monolith Monsters.
Chief, you gotta believe me. You're gonna think I'm blind.
Rocks, Joe? Hours of rock crashing down and then growing up again?
Yeah, yeah.
Perhaps a part of the process is the absorption of silica, taking it right out of whatever it comes into contact with, like
Human beings?
Just like Ben, their bodies are turned to stone.
What was this amazing power that could turn people into stone? That could suddenly turn inanimate rocks, stones, monoliths into growing, spreading, expanding monsters, threatening to engulf whole towns and cities, to bury all civilization under an immensity of weight beyond all calculation.
the natural slope of the valley floor is bringing them right down here. And once they break through to the other side of the mountains, there'll be no stopping them ever.
Look, all we're asking you to do is save her life.
I can't cope with something I don't even understand.
Ready! Hit it now!
Wow.
I really feel like you could find someone like in this country who like truly believes something like that exists and would like spend a lot of time like fervently explaining to you why this is real.
Absolutely.
I like how there was 2 scenes where they were explaining the science behind it in the trailer.
right.
Because they're like, well, people aren't going to understand if there's just people standing around. And they got to know the rocks.
Turn to stone. But they don't look like stone.
Yeah, exactly. I feel bad. I was going to feel bad for that guy who was like, Sheriff, I promise. The weirdest thing I ever saw. And they're like, oh, it's drunk Jim again. We can't believe this guy right now. But no, they went the other way, sadly. And they're like, oh, you mean those huge rocks that are growing out of everywhere? The ones that everyone can see right now? Sure.
For sure.
Yeah. And guys, it's important to remember that monsters are not a monolith. So, don't try and put them
Get that out of the way. Oh man, there's the scene with the doctor, which I don't know. If you don't know what's going on with me, doctor, just lie to me and say, yeah, we'll get you taken care of. But he's just, how can I help something I don't understand?
Yeah, that's good. I also like at the very beginning when the guy gets out of the car and he's like, you're not going to believe this. And the guy's like, what? The thing that you're trying to explain to me? And the guy's like, yeah. And then they just cut to the plot.
Right.
Yeah, smooth. To be honest, it seems like a really easy problem, right? Just leave the area. They're not actively chasing you. This seems like the least climactic monster about to chase you, because they don't chase. They stay still. So just walk around them, leave town for a while until someone solves the issue. Done.
It's perfect. Easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, shouldn't we be mining these rock people for their resources?
There we go.
Why are we flooding them?
Black gold, Texas tea. Yeah. Oh, it's perfect. Oh man, yeah. It's I always get a kick out of like those old timey trailers, just because it's so like the words are like so in your face and like you need to be terrified, and I'm telling you, I'm writing it down that you should be terrified right now.
Right. Yeah, like it makes sense that people ran out of the theater when they saw a train coming at them.
Right. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, wild stuff there. Well, yeah, we'll keep it moving here. We'll go to our next clip. This next clip, if there is I think a lesson to be learned, is just to know your surroundings when you're in a fight, about to get in a fight, post-fight as well. This is a clip from the movie Future Kick.
Oh no.
Oh. Did his face blow up?
He's gone. Yeah. It's.
I was really expecting him to be fine because they kept like hitting each other in the face, like beating each other up, and they were both just fine. I wasn't expecting the guy to explode.
No, electricity is the line drawn too far, I guess.
It can conduct, but yeah, it's.
Did anyone catch when the one guy does like a fighting move and he like punches and then he like turns all the way around and like almost lays down and the guy just like kicks his butt? Like, it's just like, why did he leave himself so open in that one moment?
It's not good. He's not. Yeah. Not classically trained. I'm sure it's.
Yeah, exactly.
Self-taught.
Yeah, what I appreciate is the fact that they expect us to believe that Sean Penn can be in a action movie and fight off. I'm sorry, Chris Penn and fight off Don the Dragon Wilson, and that's what's interesting to me. Now, for those of you who don't know, Don the Dragon Wilson is a very famous martial artist.
I don't know who these people are, but I appreciate that you know.
Oh yeah, it's my childhood. B movies and martial arts films.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Which was the one who got exploded? Was it the martial artist or the other one?
The other one, the Chris Penn, who's Sean Penn's brother. He's Sean Penn's brother.
Not anymore.
We all saw what happened. Yeah. Oh man. It is very. I don't know. Like you see with those movies, like they kind of speed it up a little bit, but this was. I don't know, real time. And unfortunately, I think that was noticeable. Very noticeable.
Right.
Yeah, that was so interesting to watch. Just, the only thing I can think of Chris Penn is from Reservoir Dogs. So to see him in like a movie like this is really weird.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it was exciting to watch as someone who didn't know who anybody was or the context of the movie, because I didn't know who's going to win. And then that guy got blown up, and I was like, oh, that's the answer.
Game over, man. Game over. Yeah. There's, I was hoping like there was going to be like, there'd be a scene in the movie where like the guy is from the electric company is like, look, it's my lunch break. No one's going to be around here. Like, I'll just go grab lunch. And then has to come back to like it's just a dead body. Like, oh no, this is not good. Oh, absolutely out of control. Well, we'll keep it moving here with our last clip. Kind of bringing it back to the question of the week there. Least favorite movie in your favorite movie franchise. I don't know if this would be my least favorite, but it's definitely an interesting choice in the franchise. But the franchise is absolutely nuts. So this next clip, it's really learning about how to get in this inside of the mind of a psychopath, sort of a deal. So enjoy this clip. From the movie Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2.
Cut right. No, Seal, I ain't seen Fletcher. Well, last Friday. Well, hell, he's on the road then. Well, don't believe me then. Fine. Seal. No.
Hopper.
I'll be with you in just a minute, sir. Now, you're getting as mean as a sting bat, Seal. No, hell, don't call back.
Good call, Mike. I apologize.
No, don't you call back. I got a business here, and Fletcher ain't none of my business. What can I do you for? Well, don't you want to test them? There's gas in them. Get them suckers a time or two.
Not good form.
No follow through.
It's not my favorite log.
Because I have a question, like, is he the killer? Because this is some really bad evidence at his murder trial.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it just seems like this man wants to be injured. Like, it's incredibly unsafe.
Well, I like how he's introduced as this Well, one, I really wanted him to chainsaw the money. I thought that's where it was going, and I'm a little disappointed he didn't, but that's fine.
There's not like a cheesy line of like, can you break a 20 and then
yes, exactly. That's what I need. But also, like, he's introduced as this connoisseur of chainsaws, and then he tries 3, and he's like, okay, these 3, and he just picks all the ones there's no bad chainsaw for him.
Yeah. The twist ending is that he's not the Texas Chainsaw Massacre dude. It's the shop owner. He got so excited at the end. He's like, "Damn!" He's like, "Hot damn! Keep on good and goddamn! Keep on doing that."
You can do that with them.
Yeah. He's like, "What can I?" He's like, "What did that do to a body? Maybe I should find out."
I recently looked into buying a chainsaw for my father because my dad is the type of person who wants a chainsaw as a present. They're like $500 minimum. That man did not bring enough money to buy a chainsaw. I think he was planning to put down like his $5 and chainsaw his way out of there.
Yeah, this isn't enough. And then game over. It's all. Oh man.
Yeah, I think Dana has a really good point though. It's like when he. It's like when you go into any shop and you go out of like a hardware store and you're buying like masks and gloves and a knife and then like duct tape and they're like, so what do you plan on doing? Oh, landscaping. Just gonna use this knife to cut the grass. We're fine. I'm gonna dual wield chainsaws.
Yeah. How do these feel together? That's a normal question.
Cut a tree down. Yeah.
Oh man.
There might be a Davis Chainsaw Massacre.
Dun, dun, dun.
Are there
sorry.
Are there chainsaw only stores? Like, it seems really specific.
Right.
Or is this like the one?
My dad knew exactly which brand he wanted. He knew a lot about chainsaws. Apparently there's like good brands and bad brands. I didn't answer your question, but it seems like there's a lot to know about chainsaws that I am not privy to.
Right. I mean, I might be missing a whole another world of choice.
Yeah. and just to confirm it for everybody at home, Rina, your dad isn't Leatherface, right? That's he's.
Yeah.
No, he's a nice guy. He just cuts down a lot of trees.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That works. Mike brought it up though in the comments. One of the cool things about this movie, the movie poster for it, they had the characters dress up. Yeah, like it was the Breakfast Club. It's very funny. If you feel free to Google that when you get home, or right now. Well, no, not right now. After the show, please. But it was because I don't know. I heard something about like they didn't want it to be like too graphic, so they just kind of went the other way and like, yeah, we'll have like a poster that's kind of goofy or whatever, so they can put it on, the movie poster as well as the DVD box or VHS box at that point.
Yeah, I think at a point in this time in our history when this movie was made, they didn't want to go so graphic. So what they did was instead of like human bodies, they used tree limbs as people. So what you saw was in fact him already massacring a human body, just laying out in the sun in front of the hardware store.
Right.
This is why we need chainsaw regulation. Shouldn't be able to walk into a store and just get one.
For sure. Get a 10-day waiting period here. Like it's
exactly.
Oh man, and it is. I don't know. I've only held probably a handful of chainsaws in my life, but like he's like weighing them out and stuff like that. Like I don't know, there's not much to weigh. Like it's pretty straightforward.
But have you dual wield them, Alex?
right.
But he's doing it in a way that makes it seem like, if a chainsaw murder happened, maybe the guy's weighing chainsaws to see which ones I could wield, is a really good guy to say did it. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a very notable crime. Like, nobody's really done it that much.
Right.
This movie franchise came out. Wonder if it was that crazy guy who came into my shop for that one day.
Right. Yeah. And it'd be a thing like the shop owner doesn't really realize it until it's all over or whatever. It's like, well, there was a peculiar fellow that came into the shop, but he paid me, It was fun.
Yeah, he was nice enough. He didn't say a word. He dropped 5 bills on the table and walked out with three chainsaws.
Right. Very nice.
Evidently,
He seemed nice enough.
Lorraine says that the length of the blade and the gas tank does change the weight.
Okay, that's fair. I think maybe I haven't compared them. It's always been just the one chainsaw the person had, and that was it. So maybe like similar to like getting fitted for golf clubs. Like that'll be what the future holds there. Getting fitted for your first chainsaw there. It's very nice.
That's what my dad would have done if he had had a boy.
Come on, wear your Sunday's best. We're going to the chainsaw store. Oh man, so wild.
Ooh,
Such a
that's great. Yeah, we can do like a Harry Potter world-esque chainsaw over here. 11 inches, springy U, dragon heartstring.
I love it. I'm in.
I'm all about a chainsaw massacre in the Harry Potter world. Let's do this.
I thought there was always something missing with those movies. I was like, I couldn't pinpoint it. And
it's the fact that they weren't holding chainsaws every time they did spells.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing about the Harry Potter movies is like when they're fighting, they almost always use the exact same spells. Like they have a lot of cool like auxiliary spells, but when they're fighting, there's only a couple that they use.
Yeah.
So I'm really in favor of chainsaws.
Yeah. I'm just
like
ready for that.
else.
I'm ready for that scene where Hermione's like, Aloha Mora, and then
blood and guts everywhere.
Yeah. I think it explores childhood trauma really well.
Yeah.
But not enough chainsaws. It's true.
Instead of a sorting hat, it's just a wall of chainsaws, and you like pick them up in whatever way you like the best.
Let's make this movie, guys.
Right. Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
It's not canon, but it'll still get some traction for sure. Oh boy. Well, this has been a fun show, and but before we go, I always like to ask the panel, ask the guests, what did you learn about your time here on the Bad Flick Show? What piece of information? What are you going to take on life's journey from this experience watching these very unusual clips? Ruben, I'll let you go first. What did you learn today?
Well, there's a couple of things I learned. One of them is sort of echoing what Amanda Owens just said, that there's not enough chainsaws in general, I think. But I think what I really walked away with is that we're all humans. We're all people that go home to our families, even if we are disco ball people. We go to our jobs, we sit still, people dance around us, and then we go home to our disco baby and our disco life. So, just treat everyone the way you'd like to be treated.
That's very beautiful, Ruben. Very beautiful. Wes, what about you?
I learned that vaccines make dogs talk, and we should give them to all the dogs.
100%. I can't. I'm really waiting for. My
and
dog
when you
Henry.
see that plastered all over my Facebook, you'll know where I got it from.
Absolutely. I'm waiting for the vaccine to be available for my dog Henry, and then you can finally chat it up.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Dogs under 12. Let's get it going.
Good stuff. Rina, what about you? What did you learn?
I think that this was a show about confidence. I feel like These characters are honestly role models. I think we should all have the confidence to walk into a store, put down $5, and walk out with free chainsaws. I think if we have a bad business deal, I think we should all just dance the rest of the night. So this is about confidence, and I've learned so much.
Absolutely. Confidence is key for sure. Oh, man. Nice. Well, perfect. Well, Ruben, Wes, Rina, thanks for joining in on the show today. You guys were great.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, everybody,
really
for watching at home. Hope you enjoyed it. We will catch you again a week from, or 2 weeks from today. Every other Tuesdays what we're going on as. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us. Dana, as always, you were fantastic.
Thank you.
And yeah, everybody, we'll catch you in a couple weeks. See ya.
See ya.